So welcome to my favorite games of E3. E3 is still kind of going on. There's games still being revealed. But from the major companies, these are the games that really stood out to me and games that I really wanted to talk about. And E3 is a crazy time of year, isn't it? There's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of excitement, a lot of disappointment. I often say it's like a roller coaster ride. They're always going on, and yeah, this year was no different at all. But I'm going to kind of sift through all of the games that were shown and talk about some of my favorites, and there is a lot to get through for sure. On the top of my list is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, they've talked about this game in the past. They've finally shown a little bit more of the game. And I can say this, I used to be a big Shadowrun fan, so for me, they've absolutely nailed the idea of Cyberpunk and the look of it, right from my imagination, right there onto the game itself. And I just love the aesthetics, I love the characters, I love the world building they were doing. They captured it for me, they really did, and my anticipation for this game is through the roof. I cannot wait. I think we'll probably see this on next generation consoles the way it's going right now, but I'm loving where it's going. Now, bringing it down from a AAA game like that to a smaller style game is a game I have to talk about because I think not enough people are talking about it, and that is Tunic. And that's about a little fox running around a world with a sword, and it just reminds me of like a Zelda style old school game. And it's an action RPG, and it looks wondrous. I mean, I saw this game shown for not even a few minutes, and I was like, I love it. I must play this game. And I really like games like this, and anything that with an action RPG that looks this good, I feel it just captures that beautiful cartoony look perfectly. Next up is Kingdom Hearts 3. This is a game that's been long in the development cycle. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of hype for it. And I don't know where I jumped off, but I jumped off somewhere, maybe about a couple of years ago. And I was like, oh, it'll arrive when it arrives. And I was kind of deflated where all of a sudden I see it this E3. I can say I'm a believer now. I'm so hyped for this game. It looks phenomenal. I love the original Kingdom Hearts quite a lot on PS2. And then I didn't play any of them. I got the collection versions on PS4. But I'm looking so forward to jumping into this game, and it is like AAA. I'm glad they took their time with it, and it shows in all of the gameplay they show. I just want to jump right in and play this game now. Devil May Cry 5 made its debut, and I was not an unhappy camper. At first I'm like, wait a second, is this the reboot character? No, it's everything. And they're pleasing all of the fans. Dante is coming back, so nobody has to be afraid of anything. I like what they've done with the Gothic style world. I loved hearing that music kick in. I love that Devil May Cry music. I'd almost forgotten about it until I watched the trailer and I was like, oh yeah, this is Devil May Cry. And oh yeah, I fucking love this. And I'm so happy to see Capcom back to where they were at a bunch of years ago, delivering games that we really want for them and games that really look like they're gonna deliver in the future. Now, this is crazy for me to say, Forza Horizon 4, I'm going to use an old-fashioned saying here, it knocked my socks off. I was blown away. They're driving their cars in Scotland, and it looked gorgeous with the weather changing. And I know, every game is just a small upgrade of each other, but you have to understand, for me, I haven't played the last few. So looking at this is like one that I'm going to jump into this. And I haven't played a racing game in a long time. I'm getting that itch again. And you can play with your friends and drive all through the Highlands of Scotland. Count me in. Bethesda had a great showing. Rage 2 looked ultra violent, ultra awesome. Doom 2 looked ultra violent, ultra awesome. And this was the big one for me, honestly, at E3. People ask me what my favorite game is. It's a fucking logo. It's one of the games that excited me the most. Starfield. My God, an RPG in space by Bethesda. Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. There was a lot of rumors about this, and I didn't think we were going to see it at this E3, and then they showed it, and just the idea that it's going to be like a Mass Effect style game where you can really explore space and really have some deep RPG mechanics. I hope it's not just an action game. I hope there's a lot more going on there. Very in-depth. that blew my mind. My imagination was soaring after that, imagining what this possibly could be like. And then they did the unveiling that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming. Of course it is, but we finally saw a logo, and it is just around the corner by next E3, or the E3 after that, or the E3 after that. We'll wait and see, but at least we got a logo this time, so I'm not unhappy. Ubisoft showed Beyond Good and Evil 2, some more gameplay. And this is another highlight of the show for me, for E3 as a whole. I was really blown away last year when they unveiled it, and I was like, great, they're bringing this franchise back. And holy shit, are they ever bringing this franchise back? I said in another video that there's AAA games, and this feels like above that. The cinematics, the character design, the world building they're doing with this is something to be, to behold. I sat back and I was like, this is amazing. I can't wait to play this. And then it seems that you're going to be able to interact with the game world, add your own art, add your own music, and writing and stuff like that through this hitrecord.org thing. I'll have to go and see that. The last time I went, the website was down, but I like the ambition of this game, and I can't wait to truly explore this universe within that they're creating. And Skull and Bones, they showed that. It really reminded me of Sea of Thieves, but it's only a ship-to-ship combat game, but on fucking steroids. I was just marveling at the graphics as you're going by in your ships and you're blowing up the other ships and the cannonballs are firing, the water effects, the amount of crew on board. Yeah, in the past, I was like, oh, that game looks interesting. Now I'm like, okay, I'll have to give that a shot. That looks absolutely fun. Darlink was shown. Again, it was shown last year, and they showed how you can use toys to implement different changes within the game itself, little spaceships, and then you can enhance those ships with extra pieces you can add on, and it changes your ship within the game. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I like the collectability of that, but I wasn't 100% sold. And then all of a sudden they're like, Star Fox is in this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Star Fox is in this? I couldn't believe it. And the R-Wing is in there. I never saw this one coming at E3. I didn't think they were going to do another cross kind of company game like this between Nintendo and Ubisoft. I was thrilled. Now, it seems almost every year we're getting an Assassin's Creed game, if you like it or you don't. And this year is no different. We're getting Assassin's Creed Odyssey, set in ancient Greece. And I'm not that much of an Assassin's Creed fanatic. I think it's a really cool series. I have not played all of them. I've not really gone that much into the series. I played the first one a little bit, where I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, this is the best looking Assassin's Creed game. Okay, the gameplay looks unbelievable. Okay, the world building is pretty awesome. Okay, goddamn, this looks really good. I can't believe it how I'm saying, I don't think I've ever said it in the last bunch of E3s, that I'm excited about Assassin's Creed. I really am. This game looks really fun. It looks amazing. The world looks huge, so I might jump into that world. The big one. This is the biggest game for me at E3. It really is. I'm watching the Sony conference and it's going okay. It's going all right. And then it cuts to the darkness. And then there's the reveal, Resident Evil 2, the remake. The game I've been waiting for over 21 years. It's been that long since I played the original on the PlayStation 1. And we're finally getting a remake of the game all these years later. And Capcom has pulled out all the stops here. I mean, this game looks like it's through the roof. I cannot wait to be playing this game either on the Xbox One X or the PlayStation Pro. Oh my god, like 4K gaming for this game. It is exciting. I can't wait just to play as Leon Kennedy again and do the switch with the characters. I wonder how much they've added. I don't know at this point. I want more. I want more information about this, but that was my big game. I don't mind saying this. I got a small tear. I was like, oh, they're bringing back Resident Evil 2. It's here. They finally are showing it for the first time because it's been, they talked about it a few years back. They were working on it and it was so nice to see it in development and looking this freaking good. Last of Us 2 looked really violent, really amazing that way. I'm totally in. This is a franchise that obviously started with the first game, and I was really into the story of the first game. So was my wife. We loved it. And I can't wait to get into the story elements of this next game, but I'm also really into the unbelievable, over-the-top violence. It almost looks like one of the most violent video games that I've seen in quite a long time. But like, for realistic violence, like shooting somebody in the face, it really looked kind of realistic, or hacking somebody right in the neck. I was like, oh, I'm totally into this. Kojima brought the weirdness again with Death Stranding. And me and my friend JKB were laughing about it. We're saying, what is this, a walking simulator? Because your character's walking forever for the entire bit of the gameplay that they showed. And I'm like, what is this game? And it does look like a stealth game. It looked like he's just trying to fuck with the audience. It's one of those psychological, what the hell is going on with this game type of thing. And I love it. I love it that Kojima is totally blasting his imagination into this game for Sony, and I'm so excited to see what the end results are going to be, because this game is out of your worst nightmare, and right now is one of my best dreams. It looks phenomenal. From Nintendo, we got Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Finally, we're getting a Fire Emblem game after all of this time on the Nintendo Switch on a console. I'm so thrilled, and from what I saw there, I was like, I can't wait to jump into the strategy action again. I love playing Path of Radiance on consoles on the GameCube back in the day, so I'm really looking forward to sitting down, obviously on my screen, but I can take it away with me as well, and that is the first time, you know, I know we all know this, and 1,000 over, that's what Nintendo Switch is all about, but that is what is really exciting. It's not only the console, but it's portable now. I can take it in the car, you know, and just play that. It's really great. And from what I saw, I love the character designs. I love the combat. It really looks in depth, and can't wait to be playing that. Dragon Ball FighterZ, my favorite fighting game of this generation, is coming onto the Nintendo Switch this year. Color me fucking surprised. I remember so many people were saying, I don't know if this thing can run on Nintendo Switch, and I've seen the trailer. It looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to have to play the finished version to really make, you know, my final outcome of that. But right now, I am so looking forward to it. A portable version of Dragon Ball FighterZ? Shit, yeah. And last but not least, Smash Bros. Ultimate. The ultimate version of Smash Bros. Was shown for quite literally the entire Nintendo conference. But what they did show kind of got me excited about Smash Brothers, and I'm a casual Smash fan, I say. I love all of the characters in it, but I don't play it competitively in any regard. I really like it for a lot of the fan service, for all of the characters that are in there, and I love seeing the stages and the music play out. That's what I love with Smash Brothers, and now we're getting all of the characters that have ever been in Smash Brothers, and then some. We're getting Ridley as a separate character that's just been added from the Metroid universe. So I'm really thrilled to see that. It was a really good E3, honestly. I look at all the games that I mentioned. There's a lot there. There's a lot going on. Sure, was there some disappointments this year? There's always disappointments of things that I would have loved to have seen. We didn't get Metroid Prime 4, but you know what? We still have the rest of the year. Maybe something will still be shown. What were some of your favorite games at the conference? Maybe a lot that I did not list down below. I just want to talk about some of them, and I couldn't even talk about all of them. There was quite a few other games that I really, really did enjoy looking at, and I want to see a lot more from. So let me know what your games of E3 are down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.